Today is actually August 31st. I did manage to go to a PSB in Shanghai and get a stay visa extension based on my reason for needing to stay to go to court. So, just a quick little recap. Got my passport back August 11th with a stay visa expiring September 2nd, and then discovered from potential employers trying to hire me that my work permit is still not canceled. So, what a foreigner has to do in this situation is to go to labor arbitration court. And for Shanghai, there is only one place for foreigners dedicated just for foreigners. Doesn't mean they speak English, by the way. I mean, I have a lot of evidence showing the insanity, how difficult they try to make this for foreigners. But you have to go to Putuo district at this address. You have to go there with a Chinese friend who's going to write your application in ink. If you are in a situation like myself where you have a contract under one company and somehow your work permit is under another company, you're going to run into more difficulties with them saying you can't sue two at the same time, two companies at the same time, so you're going to have to do two different applications. And you're also going to run into difficulty. I'm sure I'm going to show in front of you already my application, and he'll say he kept indicating that some of these the labor arbitration court has no authority, that they're going to send me a rejection letter within 5 days saying to go to people's court for some of these demands or complaints or pleadings, whatever you want to call them. I'm not entirely clear which ones I won't be able to get through arbitration court and have to go to people's court, but I seems to me I got the idea that the release letter and the work cancellation letter will be through arbitration. And there is arbitration procedure law in China, for mainland China, and within 45 days you are guaranteed your court hearing for that. Okay. Now, I just want to clarify, when you go to this building in Putuo, you walk in through the scanner, you turn right, there's a tiny little hallway, and as you exit that hallway, the room splits into two. On the left, those are your labor arbitration court clerks. That's where you do the application for your court case. Number two, on the right side, is this guy. I forgot his title. I'll put up the form, obviously, here. You can translate it. But basically, he has the authority to get employers to provide you with a release letter. So, again, you need to bring a Chinese friend. And oh, by the way, this guy doesn't work on Monday. So, I did this on the 28th and 30th. Anyway, I just want to add a couple things here. I did speak to a Chinese lawyer outside the building while waiting for their lunch to end, their 2 hour lunch from 12 to 2 p.m. And he basically said that Shanghai is bureaucratically backward when compared to the other provinces. And he was telling me his experience in the other provinces, and I was also sharing my own experiences in Guangdong. And if I can make a quick little analogy here, if Guangdong is a 1 meter wall to start a labor court case, Shanghai is a 10-meter wall. Okay. The other thing I want to mention in my experience in China, in Changzhou first, and then in Shaoguan, and then in Shenzhen and Guangzhou, it's that I've been to several of these labor arbitration court clerks, some on my behalf, sometimes helping someone else. And it seems that every single one of these is empty. You know, it's shocking. A country, 1.4 billion, and these cities I mentioned are several million in population. And these courts are for all workers in any sort, and employers in any sort of contract dispute, and it seems they're always empty. There's always only, there are small offices too, maybe four or five bureaucrats there working, and they're always empty. So you come to the conclusion that, you know, this country Either there's no labor contract disputes, or that no one trusts the system to get justice, and everything is settled peacefully between the employer and employee. I say peacefully, but what I mean is the employee accepts whatever he has to accept. That's how it goes, right? Around the world, not just in China, I guess. Anyway, I digress. Just wanted to mention that in my experience. Okay, so that's August 28th, August 30th. I open up my court case. I get my release letter processing. I should get that in 6 days, according to that guy. Next, I went to Jingang PSB. So I'm sure I already put in front of you the law. So 7 days actually before your visa expires, you need to go to your local PSB. For me, my reason is obviously I want to work, but I need to go to court first. At Jingang PSB, I went there because that's the district I currently live. That's the local PSB, and according to the law, I'm sure is in front of you, you can see that 7 days before your visa expires, you have to go to your local PSB. Is a key word here where you reside in. So that's what I did. And typically the process when you go to these PSBs for any sort of visa application thing, you need to get your picture taken. It's free. It's an automated system. You just type in your passport number. Once you type in your passport number, you get your picture, it prints out a receipt. Then you go to a little machine outside. You scan the barcode on your receipt. Then you type in your phone number, and then it prints out your application form for your visa. And then you go to the front desk with that. They'll give you your ticket number, and then you can talk to the officer. Jing'an, it's a very busy district. It's a big PSB, but yeah, it'll take maybe 30-40 minutes waiting. Anyway, point is basically that they are unable to do a stay visa for me. Not because they're unwilling, it seems, but it seems that in the system they are prevented. They said basically in the system I have to go to where my last stay visa was issued, which is in Yangpu. And obviously I explained my whole situation. I won't play the audio recording of that. It's just repetitive at this point. And yeah, I explain, and then they're like, okay, you can then go to Minsheng PSB, and they're like, yeah, bring these documents that you just showed me. So bring your court receipt, your release letter, complaint receipt, your front page of your contract, your work permit info, um, your pleadings. What else did I provide? Oh, and they said that I also need a police registration form. But you don't need to take any photocopies of your passport entry, date of entry into China, or your latest visa. So that's what I did on August 31st, because August 30th, there was just not enough time to get from Jingang to Minsheng. It's about a 40-minute drive. So August 31st, yeah, went to Minsheng, and very professional. Same process at Jingang, get your picture and all that, wait in line. It's a very busy place. You're gonna have to wait maybe 2 hours. Anyway, I talked to them. I explained very little. I just showed them the documents. And in the first 4 minutes, she didn't say a word to me. She's just looking through all my documents. And then, she's looking up stuff on the system. And then she asked a few questions. But anyway, I'll play the audio recording for that. I just want to summarize. The main point is, she's like, how long is your court going to take? I was like, I don't know. The court clerk said within 45 days. So that'll be the first court case I have to go through. And she's like, okay, we'll get you a 50-day stay visa. I hope she said 50, not 15, but she also implied, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that, if it's still not resolved by then, to come back for another stay visa. And the other interesting thing I want to point out is that she looked in the system and she said that Yangpu on July 3rd said they got a release letter. And obviously there's a couple things here I just want to point out. Number one, If you need a valid work permit to get a residence visa, then logically speaking, you need your work permit canceled to cancel your residence visa. I think that should be the logic there. I don't think an employer who can print out a release letter and just stamp it with their signature, I don't think that should enable any PSB to cancel your residence visa. Second problem, if they got a release letter, how come I didn't get a release letter? How come they can't give me the release letter that they got to cancel my residence visa? Okay. Number three, I wasn't fired until July 14th. Okay. So how is this happening on July 3rd? Okay. Anyway, and then finally, as we mentioned, that the PSB officer at Yangpu said that my residence visa was canceled because my work permit was canceled, which obviously I explained before. Anyway, the other last thing I want to mention here that's interesting is it seems that whatever work permit you get in Shanghai, in whatever district you're in, Minsheng has the power to get your residence visa. So I recommend, if you're listening to this and you're applying for a work permit in Shanghai, that once your work permit is finished, just go to Minsheng for your residence visa. I highly recommend that. Create a barrier between your local foreign expert bureau and the PSB, because if you go the way I did in Yangpu, there is no barrier between the foreign expert bureau and the PSB officer. And I think there should be. I think they are right beside each other and colluding with each other and looking out for each other's backs, and then getting into a situation, a circumstance that I'm in. And if there is a barrier between the Foreign Expert Bureau and the PSB, even the physical barrier, like some distance, then the chances of them to be able to collude and all that kind of shady stuff decreases substantially. And then the final thing is Minsheng is the headquarters of all the other PSBs. They are the basically most professional and likely least corrupt, if I dare say so.
Okay, still not finished.
Just started.
How long you still need to wait for the case?
A long time. I think arbitration, they said 45 days, but they can appeal it to People's Court, which could take a lot longer.
Last time you come to the Yangpu visa office to apply for the visa is in the name of another company, right?
Yeah, that's the problem I discovered. So there's two companies. I signed a contract with this Huasheng, but the company used a different contract to get my work permit. They used the name Chicheng Company. Now Huasheng Company is located in Pudong, where my work is.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah. And then the Chicheng Company is located...
Last time you do the visa in the name of Chicheng.
I'm sorry?
Last time you do the visa is the company of Chicheng Company.
It should have been this one. This is the problem I discovered. They forged my signature on a different contract. Do you understand?
You are worker in Shenzhen company.
Yeah.
Right.
and before that in Shaoguan, and before that in Changzhou.
And your old visa, the Guangdong visa residence permit is cancelled by Shanghai visa office.
Yeah, by Yangpu they cancelled.
Yangpu cancel it. And also Yangpu cancel your Shanghai residence permit. It's Chichen company.
Yeah. Now, I wasn't fired until July 14th. So I don't know how they could just cancel it like that, but I'll show you what they did. Look. Here is the passport receipt I gave on June 27th. I was supposed to get it July 7th. And then Shanghai PSB opens investigation. I get my passport back with a stay visa. They changed from resident stay visa. On August 11th, I got it back.
So what's the matter between Chichen and the Huaxin company?
They're both owned by the same boss. Same boss.
Okay, so wait here. And how long you wait? About 45 days.
It's gonna be longer.
So why you only start the process right now? You already leave the old company more than 1 month.
I left the I got my passport back August 11th.
August 11th.
So 2 weeks ago I got it. And then I had to go to court and figure that out, so it took time, you know.
So why last time you go to the Yangpu visa office and provide your old company release letter original one?
Sorry?
I see the recorder. Last time you go to the Yangpu visa office and you already submit the release letter original one.
The release letter to Yangpu?
Yeah. Did they give you the release letter?
No, that's the problem. That's one problem, and they don't cancel my work permit. That's the biggest problem.
Okay, so you first wait here, and our leader now is on the meeting. I first check whether he is still on the meeting. If not finished, maybe you need to go to the window count 5 to do it. Okay. I first go there to check for you.
So what do you want me to do?
I mean, for the situation, you need to double check with our leader. And now he is on the meeting. I can first go there to check for you.
Okay.
If he is not finished, you need to wait there to wait there. Okay. And copy this. All these documents do you need?
I don't need it. You can have
No
it.
need. Okay, I take. And other things are the copyright.
You can take whatever you want.
And write down the information here. The country, signature date.
Okay. Where do I
And
copy?
also this too is a copy.
Where do I copy?
Copy around the corner. And the passport pick up here or deliver. Pick up here or by sending.
You can send it.
Sending.
Yeah.
Just go there, copy, and then take the envelope.
Okay.
And I'll give you 15 days. And then later, depending to the case process.
Okay.
Okay, just go there first.
All right. I'll be right back.
And the double check sign.
Double check.
Double check all the information 15 days sign.
Sign both? Okay.
Okay, finish.
Okay. One more thing. So Shanghai PSB did an investigation, but they closed it. They said the work was in Pudong, and Pudong should do the investigation.
Who don't do investigation?
Yeah. But Pudong never called me or anything,
What do
so
you mean before the case?
this was July 27th.
July 27th.
Shanghai PSB closed the case and said that Pudong is supposed to do the
I
case.
cannot see the detailed information. Here is an exception window. That's what I can tell you is all the thing is done by the investigating officer.
So who do I talk
I
to?
cannot see the detailed information. If you want to check, I suggest to double check with the Yangpu I office. We here is the except window.
I understand. I don't know. I'm trying to report illegal workers. I don't, so
Okay, I know that. And after all the case finished, if you want to still working in Shanghai, just to do the work permit and all the things done.
yeah.
Okay.
Do you want this or not?
This one no need.
Okay.
No need.
All right.
Okay, finish.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, well guys, hopefully you heard her through the microphone she was speaking through. Basically, I in front of her, I offered the letter I sent to Labor Bureau about the illegal workers and all the other labor violations, I guess. Anyway, she didn't accept it, obviously. She's not an investigator, she does visas, so I don't know. If I don't have evidence, I don't need to do anything. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm getting 5-0 stay visa or 1-5 stay visa, 15 days or 50 days, but as she said, it's gonna be basically come back and let me know about your case, and as you heard also, like once I get my case finished and I get my papers, I can get a new work permit, then I can come back and get a new residence visa. And that is hopefully the plan, but honestly, I think I don't want to work in Shanghai with the so-called rule and order here. Alright, that's it for Thursday, 3:20 p.m., August 31st.